Hello, members of the University Club of Portland. My name is Aaron Bartels, and I am the fine wine specialist here in Oregon for Southern Glazer's Distribution, currently working on my WCT Level 4 diploma. And if you are a fan of Chardonnay, you should buy Landmark's Overlook Chardonnay from Sonoma County. Why? Because Landmark was really one of the founding producers of some of the best archetypal Chardonnay anywhere in California. It started back in 1974 with Damaris Dearford, one of the John Deere heiresses, actually. She was really into wine and really wanted to start a winery that could produce some of the best Chardonnay in the world and could challenge Burgundy. And so she moved the winery after 74 to Sonoma and focused entirely on Chardonnay, cut out all different varieties, and only made Chardonnay from 1989 on. And brought on one of the best winemakers as well, Helen Turley, when she was still young and still finding her way in the field, now of famed Turley Winery. And what Helen brought to the winemaking process was whole cluster pressing. So instead of just taking the berries off the clusters, off the stems, she left them on so that they would drain well and also retain a little bit more complexity. And then she also brought in native fermentation as well. A lot of producers were using laboratory created cultured yeast to get a consistent style every year, and Helen wanted to really express the local terroir, the local flavor that was there. And so she allowed the native yeast to take over fermentation and do their own things. And also she brought in French oak as well, barrel aging and barrel fermentation as well, to help really create a more refined, more quality flavor in the Chardonnay. Whereas a lot of producers have been using American oak before, which tends to go more coconutty, almost too vanilla-like. French oak is a little bit more serious, has a little bit more baking spice going on. That makes for a really more complex Chardonnay, I find. They brought in Pinot Noir and started producing Pinot Noir as well in the 90s, but really Chardonnay has always been their benchmark and their center, which what they focus. The Overlook Chardonnay that we have on feature today, previous vintages have made it in the Wine Spectator's Top 100 8 times now. So this is a wine with pedigree for sure. And what you'll find is they're still making it with the same methods, still sourcing it from Sonoma County fruit, from the top best quality vineyards they can find, and then allowing native fermentation to happen, and aging it in French oak, 25% of which is new, with a light toast for 18 months. And now that time in barrel really helps to impart a lot of the lovely, you'll find like almond notes, vanilla notes, a little bit of like maybe cinnamon, nutmeg going on there, but the fruit still shines because it's only 25% barrel time in new barrels. It's really more about the fruit, and so you'll get lovely, lovely kind of like golden delicious apple, golden pear, a touch of pineapple, really rich, redolent flavors, that are famed really and really make Landmark what it is. That complexity is there, that richness is there, and the length is there. The wine will stay on your palate forever and ever and ever. It's really, really beautiful how it just lingers. And is bold enough a wine that it can pair with rich, creamy sauce dishes. Fettuccine Alfredo is one of my favorites to pair with this, as well as nice spiced chicken dishes. Beyond that, you can find really well-aged brie. Appetizers are really delicious with it as well. And just all around a very versatile, classic Chardonnay from California. And at this Stock Your Cellar event, basically half off what the winery would charge to people visiting there. So a fantastic value, definitely worth grabbing a case or two. And it will age beautifully for another decade, easily, developing more of those nutty notes, more of that light butterscotch, slight caramel tone to it over time. But it will hold up really, really well. So buy some, enjoy it, and thank you for watching.